All right, yeah. Man, I really wanted to hear what she was about to do. I was getting real excited.
I was too.
I'm gonna kind of change the mood a little bit from what's been going on tonight. A little bit nervous about doing this. It's been about like 9 years since I've actually stood on the stage and read anything I wrote. I like to use it kind of like a personal journals kind of thing. So when I decided to come out here tonight, I had to write something that's current in my life. So I hope you guys understand and appreciate what's happening here. The poem's called Transitions. From birth to present, we've been searching for irrelevance. Some trade A's or F's, or experiment with drugs and sex. They become a weapon or simply relinquish and live amidst transition. A transition is an alibi, a convincing argument, an excuse for flight. It's a validity, an escape. It's that split second in life where you actually feel alive. It's that chapter in the journal where you document your life. I'm like, all right, y'all, it's a transition. In my younger days, my pride and I like to draw lines in the sand at high tide and stand strong until that water arrived. We were consistently surprised when those convictions we've contrived were erased and left nothing behind. And after so many times, my normally confident stance shifted to a over-the-shoulder glance as footsteps made haste to the next chance to try and live again. You know that feeling, man, that opportunity, right? That big open door, that red carpet on the floor, that fresh start, that new heart. The world, yo, it's open to explore. I mean, you fucked up this life, right? Look, let's start anew and hope to do it differently. Maybe this time it'll be plain to see the difference between a dream and a reality. But in all actuality, the commonalities constantly cooperate instinctually, reminding me that as far as I can see, life is just a choose-your-own-adventure book where the characters change randomly. And damn if I could never actually get away from my past personalities. I didn't ask to have them attached to me. I wanted to act differently, resolve. I wanted to be free. I wanted to make a transition. What do you want to be today? Asked my reflection, and I replied with some conversational questions in an attempt to teach myself a lesson. He looked up at me and I stared back at him. I asked, if singular existence is bliss, then why is there so much that you miss when you find yourself limited by specific walls? Why can't I live a life congruent to all? Fluid human movement approved by everyone's protocol. After all, people like when you can relate to their faults, right? Without hesitation, my reflection responded with his own iterations. What is the essence of life spent living in search of approval? Whose rules do you choose to use? Whose rules do you choose to use if it's just you in a room with a reflection of you? What would you do if the shadow of you is the only thing between the earth and the moon? Shit, now I'm absolutely confused. I mean, what can you really do when both of you have valid points to prove? To be a part of a whole is to gain approval from all, yet a life spent maneuvering approval removes regulation of rules. Perhaps a combination of team, personal dreams, that act in correlation in organizational themes. Yo, fuck it. I'm just gonna join the Marines. That'll be my transition. Two to the body, one to the head, take a knee, left body, right body, headshot, freeze. Instinctualized movements of enemies, don't forget to breathe. Respect the lives of each. Close with and destroy the enemy with fire and maneuver. Move as a unit, don't ruin your boots, and remember, you know what to do. Now go fucking fight. Take a glimpse into that afterlife. But don't forget the compression bandages and the gauze and the surgical knife in case you don't quite make it out of their sights tonight. That sand will wash out eventually, they promise. And those pills are for malaria. Yeah, okay, honest. Don't worry about that black shit in your vomit. See that anything cool in that house over there? Grab it before I bomb it. Sleep becomes wake. Night blends into day. The weather is never connected. It's always a fucking terrible day. As the burning pile of shit rots our organs away, I can't help but stare at that desert and say, there isn't one fucking moment that I trade. God damn, that desert was fun, but I had to be done. The road to Valhalla is not a road to be won. I took my chances, I made my mark, so I guess I'll try to make another one, right? I'll just fucking make a transition, right? It's easy, right? Well, some tasks are some tasks are simpler said than completed, and I needed a way to try and survive my mind throughout those lonely days. Life as an infantryman is abandoned of privacy to the point that every man you see is a blend of everyone else's personality. At first, a strange reality, but after years of training, from sea to shining sea, you grow accustomed to someone watching your back constantly. Then that day comes when you don't move simultaneously with an infantry, and instead you're left to fend for self and fight insanity. Anxiety, it's the way it fights its way inside the smallest confines of your mind, mimicking the spread of mental health disease. What the fuck? I never thought that it would happen to me. A distraction accompanies every action, causing relapses and memorable interactions. A 5-paragraph order doesn't work when your enemy has no fucking reactions. So, yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for all the classes. Sleep can be a piece in pieces, so maybe there's a safety in my dreams, but even when I sleep, these fears become personified. Those fuckers lied. They said that I'd be fine. While I'm constantly second-guessing, this monster over depression is haunted, and all I want is a stop of this possession. Getting closer to just abandoning this mission. Where the fuck is my transition? If my boots could fit on you, you listen to these stupid rules I choose to use while shifting through these self-abuse to view what truly interests you until you introduce to a dude who really doesn't have a fucking clue. But apparently the doctors do. Here you go, here's another worksheet to use, just write down what you want to do. And I'm like, bitch, if I knew what I wanted to do, I wouldn't be choosing to abuse the booze. Not to the point that I have to drop out of school, but honestly, more than that's supposed to be used. The world would really be much a simpler place if we all believed in the worksheets like the VA people do. Why don't you try to be more social? Because the potential for anxiety is incredible when the essential mental capacity for sanity is pitiful, and only time I'm successful is quietly grinding a pill to be livable. So I'd rather avoid the inevitable and try to be sensible. It doesn't require any effort to be a residual. Individually maintaining a solid brain state is the main fight for the day-to-day, so I have to kind of regulate the drama until I'm vomiting the vodka, and honestly, I'm afraid of it all. I wish that I could just walk and sit without a head of dark-ass shit. A hard right fist or a knife sliced wrist is a nice price gift for a heart this sick, but nah, I can't think like that. Shit. I can't believe in these demons living inside of each of these two peoples. I can't believe in the reasons it would all be easier to never talk to people. But let me settle down, because sincerely, I believe in certain people. And if they were to see me to bleed, they care too much to waste my love and take me to a place to get wherever I'm empty of. So while it's tempting to let my soul travel above, I know that's not what this existence is consistent of. I'd rather have persistence and perhaps a happy kiss and hug than let some visions get the best of me when all I needed is some fucking love. I want to take the sun and, maybe make a run for it when I can, to put some light inside this fucking man, this machine, or whatever the fuck I am.